Hi there, it is AniBusiness with your friend Simeon. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy New Year to you all. I pray this year be a great year, a bigger year for each and every one of us. The very first thing to learn in this year concerning pig farming or pig feed is what I want us to talk about today. That is 7 sources of protein for pig feed. Like some of us that are new into pig farming, when we hear source of protein or protein, what do we understand by protein? What are protein in animal feed? Either you are dealing with fish, you are dealing with pig, you are dealing with rabbit, you are dealing with goat, you are dealing with chicken or cattle of any kind. What do we understand by protein source? That is what we are going to be talking about today in this very video. This is 2025. If you are new on my YouTube channel, what I do here is mainly about livestock farming. Although once in a while, I talk about crops too, or post little things about crops because I'm into crop, but fully into livestock farming. So please, if you are new on my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and also turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever time I drop a new video for you. Now we're going into the list of protein source so that anytime you hear or see it anywhere that they talk about protein source in livestock feed, most especially pig feed, you can tell that, okay, this is what they mean. This is what they are talking about. Or you yourself can source it. You can find it out yourself and add it to the formula you are trying to make at your farm. I'm going to give you the list of those protein source. Then I will tell you how you can get it and also how you can use it. Number 1, the GNC. What is GNC? GNC is groundnut cake. GNC is groundnut cake. In GNC, you are going to get around that 40 to 45% protein in it. Of course, it has fiber and little energy, but don't forget, we are not here to talk about any other source. We are talking about the protein in them. So GNC is derived from granules. After they process granules, squeeze out, compress the oil out of it. It is the waste that they dry and they sell for us farmer. So inside that waste, you will find 40% to 45% of protein. That is the level of protein you are going to get inside it. Some people squeeze it very well. Some people squeeze it just a little bit. It depends on how much they compress the oil, how much they process it and take the oil out of it. So how do you use GNC? It is easy. If you get other materials, maybe like wheat, corn, or any other thing. Corn is energy source. Wheat brown is fiber source. GNC is your protein source. Then you now add GNC to it. That formula or that feed you want to give to your pig now include both energy, which is carbohydrate, and fiber plus protein in it. But however, GNC has the lowest protein in them. That is that about GNC. So we go to number 2, which is soybean. Soybean, it could be soybean meal, whatever they call it for you, but SBM, that's what we call it, soybean. So when you get your soybeans also have around that 40 or 45% to around that 49%. Soybean is also a source of protein for our animal. It's a source of protein for the feed you want to mix for our animal. So, and it has a higher protein in them compared to the one of GNC. GNC is around 40 to 45, but soybeans is around 40 to 49%. So this now will make you understand which one you are dealing with. If it is GNC you get in your area, if you are supposed to use maybe something like 10 kg in it so that you can have sufficient protein in it, because of the low protein in GNC, you can increase it to something like 15 or 12 or 13 kg so that you can have higher chances of protein in that particular feed. The same way is soybeans. So once you get your soybeans, if you are supposed to get something like 15 in it, that 15 could be enough depending on your formula or rather you increase it to around that 20 or around that 17. So you will get a better level of protein or a better size, quantities of protein in that particular feed. How do we get soybean meal? It is very, very easy. Either you go and get the fresh soybean from the farm, you fry it like as they used to fry groundnut for consumption. You fry it like that and you grind it. You have your soybean. Even that one is a full fat compared to some of the one we buy at the market. If you even go to the market, although the one that is not full fat is what we have most in all these shops, we have the full fat soya, then we have the ordinary soya. But each and every one of these do their own work. But full fat soya is more expensive because it has higher protein in them. That's why I said the protein ranges from 40 to 49%. So the full fat could be around that 47-49%. But the ordinary soya you are getting from the store could have around that 40 to 45 or 46%. So that is just all about soya beans. Then number 3, we are going to be talking about black soja. Black soja have around that 40% to 50% protein in them. It depends on how you process it. It's just maggots. Either you get it from poultry waste. You know you are not going to add it to their food fresh. If you add it, majority of it will waste. And even your pig might not have time to consume them. Before they could lick it or eat it, they might have gone far because they used to move. So the best way to prepare your black soja for the food you want to do or for your pig feed is to sun dry them. When you process it, you can keep them inside a sack, dry it under sun for a whole day. Those black soja are going to automatically, they will die because the sack will end up getting swollen. So they will die inside. Then bring it out and dry it, maybe on a nylon or on anything you can dry it. You sun dry it until it's very, very dry. After that, you grind it. Then it will turn to a meal. Then you add it to whatever feed you are mixing. So if it is 80 kg you want to do, you know how much of the black soja to get, so you mix it to it. And if it is 80 kg of this protein, I'm talking about protein source mainly. So if it is 80 kg of this protein source you want to use, and this black soja is available, but you only have 40 kg and you need 80 kg of protein. So it doesn't mean you have to get that black soja up to 80 kg. It's not a must. Just go and look for soya beans or GNC. 40 kg or 50 kg of it, merge it together. This protein plus this protein is equals to protein because they are both source of protein. Then number 4 is poultry meal. What is poultry meal? Poultry meal is just a grinded waste of chicken. Maybe the neck, the head, the intestine, or the liver, the kidney, or whatever they get from the chicken. They sun dry it. Their feet, their leg, that they cannot sell out. They sun dry all those things and they grind it. That is what we call poultry meal. In case you hear poultry meal, they used to call it poultry byproduct meal. That is how they get poultry meal. If you want to do it, you can do it. But I think we have people like all this archery like Ammo that they used to process it. We have Zatek that used to do it. I don't know of any other factory or industry that does it, but these two sets of people used to do it. But the one of Zatek is much more outside compared to the one of Ammo. This poultry meal has up to 60 to 62% protein in them. Remember, we are coming from the lowest to the highest. And this is number 4. So poultry meal has around 60% to 62% level of protein, crude protein in it. So if you get only poultry meal, around that 20, 30 kg or 40 kg is enough because they're a little bit expensive. Then you can get either the GNC or you get soya beans, or if it is the larvae you have, you mix it together, you grind it, and you add it to whatever things you want to do. So the level of your protein already increased. So that is that about poultry meal, and that is how to get it, and that is how to use it. Poultry meal is already grinded, is already made. That is just coming like that, not mixed with anything, no drugs, nothing, not mixed with anything. It is grinded, you just get it like that, and you pour it on the feed you are trying to mix together. Then you mix them together and serve to your animal. So you don't need to it is not already made, it's not something you feed to your pig direct. So you have to mix it with, it's just a protein source. Then number 5, we have fish meal. Fish meal. What is our fish meal? Fish meal is just a grinded fish. You cannot just take raw fish. If you take raw fish, it's going to be pure, but the cost of it is going to be on higher side. So because of that, we farmer collect the waste, the broken parts of fish, the ones that drop, maybe when they were drying it, or maybe when they were cutting it, or maybe when they were packaging it, or even when they are trying to sell it. Those ones, the broken pieces of it that drop from crayfish, crabs, normal fish, any fish, tilapia that are inside, the broken part, we'll collect it together, including the bones in those fishes. We'll collect them together. If it is 80 kg you want to use, if it is 100 kg you want to use, you collect them together and you grind it into powder. That is how we get our fish meal. That is how to process the fish meal. Although it depends on the kind of fish you get and grind, because we have 72% fish. That 72% is a packaged one, already grinded. It is imported. Is it 777 they call it? That's I can't really recollect again, but the name is something like 777. But if you go to all these people that sell these materials, just tell them you want to buy fish meal, 72%, they are going to bring it for you. I think it is something like package 50 kg. So already grinded. You just take it to your farm, mix it with other this thing. But if you want to make your own locally, you can get pieces of all those fish, or you get tilapia that is cheaper. Then you grind it. That's your fish meal. Then you can use it with your feed ingredient. So fish meal has up to 60 to 72% protein in them, better than the one I've been listing since. So that is that about fish meal. Feather meal has around that 75 to 87% protein in them. So now, what is our feather meal and how can we get the feather meal? Feather meal is just the feather from the chicken you are slaughtering. Most of us kill chicken during Christmas season and even the New Year. You pull out the feather, you remove the feather from the chicken. That feather you remove is a source of protein in livestock farming. So how do you do it? After you remove, you plug it out, you plug it from the chicken you slaughtered, you sun dry it. If you sun dry it very well, then you grind it into powder. After grinding it to powder, you have your feather meal. So you just mix it with other ingredients you have at the farm to make your pig feed. So with that, you are good to go. And if you are feeling like, if I slaughter one chicken, it's not going to be enough for the quantity I want to use, quantity of protein source that I want to use for my pig feed, it is easy. Go to all these people. If you are in East, you will see all these women or all these people that sell chicken that they will kill and slaughter immediately for you there, pull their feather. I'll go and meet them, tell them you need the waste, the feather, this thing they should give you. You collect them together within 2-3 days. You have large quantity, you dry it, then you grind it into powder. If you grind it into powder, you have your feather meal. Then you are good to go. Like I told you, it has around that 75 to 87% protein in them. So this is the 6th source of protein you can use for any livestock in Nigeria presently in 2025. Then number 7 is the blood meal. The blood meal. Blood meal has around 82, 85 to 97% protein in them. For now, research made us understand that blood meal has the highest level of protein for animal food. How do we get our blood meal? We get our blood meal from a slaughtered goat, a slaughtered cattle of any kind, like cow or pig, whichever animal you slaughter. It's just like, I don't advise people using blood all the time, except you can process it well. How do you process it? You cook it, then you sun dry it very well. You cook it well, then you sun dry it very well. If it is sun dried, if it is well dried, then you can grind it into powder. Then you have your blood meal. If not, you are just getting your blood from the slaughtered this thing. Is it the abattoir? You get it from there. Then you just sun dry it and you grind it. You don't know the kind of disease that particular animal has before they killed that animal and sell the blood to you. So, and some of these microorganisms don't die like that. So it can be there till you use it for that particular animal, and the sickness might resurrected in that animal you fed that blood to. So that's why I don't advise people using blood that much. But in case you want to use blood, please make sure you process it very well. It should be very, very dry. You process it very well before you use it. I don't advise people using blood. Don't use fresh blood. People at the East, I don't know, maybe you people are hearing me. Majority of you just believe it is only blood that is source of protein. So you just feed it to them fresh. I've been talking to most of you that the way you are doing it, some of you will not carry this blood. You mix it with PKC only. Then you will leave it to second day, third day. This thing will now be heated. There will be heat with smoke inside. Yet you'll be taking it to feed your pig. That is very, very bad. That is why some of your pig are not growing. You say, I've been rearing this pig for 7 months, for 8 months, it's not growing. You people should stop this. You people need to learn and unlearn. I've been talking to a lot of people over there. They say, if you are not using blood, you are not using protein, you are not getting this thing. If you want to use blood, at least process it very well. Use it in the right way. That's why if I go to some farm in Owerri, I just see them, they will load drug from here to the other angle just because they treat every week. You are injecting your animal. It shouldn't be. I undergo the process of training that I undergo. I never see my boss injecting the pigs oftentimes, except maybe they give birth. You want to give them oxytocin or iron injection or multivitamin. You should treat your animal in a way, take care of them in a way that they will be healthy, not the one you have to be today injection, next tomorrow another jab, the following week jab. It's not good. So blood meat has the highest protein. If you want to use it, process it very well. If not, stay away and use others that are 100% healthy and easier to use compared to that of blood. So these are just the 7 sources of protein that you can use for your animal feed. Should in case you are confused what source of protein is or what protein is in livestock feed, I'm more concerned about new people that are coming into this business. There are some things you might not be familiar with. That's why I always explain to your satisfaction. So that is all about the video. Thank you for watching. My name is Simeon O. James. If you want to reach out to me for consultation only, there's a number displaying on the screen. You can reach out to me through that number. Consultation only, and consultation is not free. I would like to tell you that just to avoid some kind of insults that I used to get on my WhatsApp. If you want to reach me, the easiest place to reach me is WhatsApp. Easiest place to reach me. Thank you for watching and enjoying the rest of this year.